very quiet tonight. I don't know. Is everybody okay?
Big things happened last time. Big worrying things.
Oh, I was actually thinking if I should bother going to make a drink or not. But it's
go do
so
that.
far
if
to
you
go
want.
downstairs.
I mean, if everyone wants to go get a snack and a drink real quick, that's fine. I'm still munching on the last of my dinner snack.
Like, but it's like so far.
All right, well, that's fine. We'll start then. So we zoom back in through the clouds, headed into Scarthorn. We go through the halls with a distant sound of clanging as we kind of zoom in on a running ebb, panting, distressed, fear in her face, if I can say that, if I could be so presumptuous, who is making her way to the little area where they make the back into the kitchen. That I guess it's kind of like almost like a kitchenette in a way, because there's not that big of a room for making all the meals. That then goes into the main cafeteria. What is going through Eb's mind? What's her feeling? If you remember, she just had a talk with Kushim, who I believe is Atham's brother.
I mean, yeah, I would feel like we would figure that out.
Yeah, I think he mentioned it was his brother too. Anyway, you know that there was some stuff going on with your sibling Manthus. A lot of Lilith turns out to have been working for Kushim.
I knew she was sketchy. She was too cool.
Too cool, yeah. Then a couple of daggers from who knows where started shooting out, and there seemed to be a fight ensuing that Kushim told you to run from. What's going through Eb's head? Where's she trying to go? What's she trying to do?
It's prison break time now, I feel like. Things are going down. Someone already broke in. So Eb's gonna go and... Where am I in the prison? Like, would I be closer to running off to where Jens is in the library, or trying to find Aldris, or am I close to, like, the supply room, the storeroom?
So you basically will say kind of, you ran down the hallway, you got into the kitchen, and, the main area of the cafeteria is right in front of you, just over a counter or through a door, however you want to go about it. So you don't know where the other two are at the moment. Well, you do. I think Jens said that he was going to the library. You wouldn't know where Aldris is at the moment unless you think he's still at the warden's office, which is possible. So you can the rec yard is still open. The cafeteria is not serving anyone right now. It's empty. And you could go back to your holding cell. Those are the areas that are kind of open to you right now. Jens, I think you finished up and took one of the journals, so you could have been heading back to your holding cell or the cafeteria as well.
Yeah, probably back to the cafeteria, I'd say.
So,
we probably agreed to meet up there after.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Jens, you'll be waiting in the cafeteria, we can say. You see the door burst open. Over the
sees the giant door burst open, and then the camera has to pan down to find Eb because she's so much shorter.
And you see a panicked and fearful looking Eb.
Is everything okay?
No, definitely not. We need to get Aldris, and we need to get our stuff, and we need to go now.
Okay. Well, do we know where the warden's office is? Do we know where our stuff is?
Yes, I went there earlier. I know where that is.
Okay, can we get there? Yeah. And then how do we get out once we have our stuff?
I
I have a journal. Sean, if you might jog my memory, I remember reading something about. Did you say doors?
So there were a few doors on the way, basically in the hallways where the guards are in the upper level where Aldris was. Um, there was a couple of doors that the old warden mentioned that wouldn't open for her, but she did see opens for the vine.
Okay. Well, I'm going to relay that to Eb. I don't know how we get the ones with the vines to open, but maybe if we can get to our things, we could maybe force our way through um, the doors upstairs with the guards.
Okay, yeah.
Brute force it
Okay,
a little
so
bit.
we have to hurry because there's also another prison break that's happening with a different group, but we can't. If we wait until after, the prison's going to be on high alert, and if we get caught up with them, shit's going to get worse. So I think we just need to get out now.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Better to escape before the guards are trying to catch people. Okay, let's find Aldris, get our things, and get out.
Yep, good plan.
So you guys can search around for a bit. You'll note that Aldris isn't in the main areas that you can find. Gronson and Nissi are around. Nissi's gonna, have been moving between his holding cell and the rec yard. And basically, Gronson has returned, and he's walking around a little bit, attending to some duties, talking to a few of the inmates. I think Aldris, you're still stuck in the Thorn room right now for activating magic.
I'd be put in jail.
You've been put in timeout jail, yes. We'll mention that Gronson's going to come over to Jens. He's like, yes, Mr. Yarvison, I hope that the library was to your liking.
Oh, yes, it was fascinating. You have many primary sources. Listen, have you seen my friend Aldris anywhere? I have some information that I need to talk to him about quite quickly.
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen him. Usually striking fellow, so that is a bit odd. And I was told he had a meeting with the warden a while back, but he should be done by now. I would leave. And you've checked your cell? We'll say out of character you have.
Yeah, yes. The only place I haven't, well, I've been not lots of places, but I don't know. I've checked everywhere he should be.
Well, it's possible, given he can use magic, that he was put in the Thorn Room, as it's called, which sometimes activates when magic users use a little bit too much of their aura or just spells. Anything can trigger it sometimes. So it might have just been a little mistake. He's a first-time offender, I'm sure. So it might be worth it if I can see if I can coax the vines to let him go.
That would be most appreciated. Okay,
all right.
Can we go try and get him out now?
Sure. He's gonna lead you guys over to a large gathering of vines that are in a sort of makeshift opening, but they're so densely packed that nobody could slip through. And he's going to kind of talk to the vines a little bit, saying, he's going to put up his wristband that shows that he is a member of the guard contingent for the island and not just a prisoner. And is going to say, yes, I'd like access to the Thorn Room, please. We just need a moment to check on the inmates in there. And you can see that the vines pause for a second and they start to move apart and kind of usher him in. You guys enter and you see that Aldris is suspended above the floor in a large kind of lattice of vines, hardened vines, in a little cage, kind of, or really a big cage. Above the floor, but it's peaceful in here. There's a lot of natural light. There's some birds chirping who have made their nests in the walls.
I notice you talk to the vines almost like they're alive.
Yes. I mean, it's I couldn't really say one way or the other. It's a bit hard, but
Strictly speaking, as plant life, they are alive.
Sentient.
that too. And I have read a few studies about how music or talking sweetly to plants helps them grow better. But for this, I just find that they listen to you better if you're kind to them. So I try and treat them with respect when I can.
Fair enough.
But yes, here, let me try this. He's going to fiddle with what looks to be some kind of vine knot at the bottom. And there we go. Out drops a latch that lets a little trapdoor out. And in the corner of the cage there, Aldris, you can just hop down and get to the floor if you would like.
Yeah, I'll hop down.
All right. Oh, sorry about that, Aldris. Sometimes they can make a bit of a mistake or get overly sensitive in certain areas. No harm done, I'm sure. You weren't waiting too long, were you?
Oh, no. It's actually quite nice in the room. I expected much worse.
Why do they bring magic users here, of all places?
I'm not entirely sure, really. They just seems to be a habit of the vines. It works out well for us because it stops any magic users from trying to use too much to escape or in fights, inciting rioting, trying to get favors from the guards, etc., etc. So we've just kind of let it happen with tacit consent. But I don't know. The room feels very peaceful, though. I have noticed. That's about all I can really gather from it. Otherwise, I can't come up with any other theories for you.
Can
Well,
I
I
feel
think
anything
the,
about it, like speaking with Arcana?
Roll me an Arcana check. Yeah.
Eb wants to turn to Gronton, the Gronton,
Mhm.
and ask, how come we can see outside from in here, but we don't have windows anywhere else?
Well, he points upward and he says that it seems that this part of the fortress used to be a large tower of some kind, and it toppled over, so it allows for some sunlight to come in, but it's so tall and the vines are so thick that it'd be impossible to really imagine anyone climbing up that. Plus, the vines would stop them immediately. So again, we just kind of leave it be. It's a nice place as long as it's not raining, for people to spend their time. Sometimes I even come in here just to get away from the warden and everybody else and just have a moment alone with my thoughts.
Huh.
What did you roll for Arcana?
21.
Nice.
You do notice that the area seems to be unnaturally calm and still, and you can feel that your magic is a little not dull exactly, but less potent. Maybe is a way to put it. Roll me an investigation check as well.
Okay. I'm good at those.
Brag.
Yeah, I am. 16.
Whoa.
Hmm.
Damn.
You look and you see under a few vines that are not covering the stone wall completely, that there seem to be runes inscribed around the walls that you can maybe deduce from your Arcana and investigation rolls that would indicate some sort of anti-magic ability or slash anti-scrying. So this seems to have been a place where magic was shut out within the original fortress design.
Probably something like a war room or a private like discussion chamber. Maybe something with probably something to do with politics, something like that. I would imagine.
Potentially, it's so old and
It's too old to
decayed.
get anything from, but just based on what you would use anti-scrying runes for generally, it's because you want to keep secrets.
Right. So it is it's this old tower that's been decayed that had some sort of such strong protection that even centuries later here it's still persisting. So that's what you're able to gather from your investigation, just from the brief one there.
Oh.
Well, I have to say the magic of this place is very impressive to last this long. It takes usually teams of wizards years to get anything close to this level of staying power.
Well, I will say that it's always been a fascination of mine about these vines themselves and whatever is powering them to such an extent, but it's one of the mysteries that we're forbidden to kind of dive into as the representative of the church here as part of our agreement. So I just try and look at it with
I have a few theories, but I wouldn't
fascination.
want to get you in trouble.
I appreciate that. Maybe if you do eventually solve it, maybe they'll change their policy. I would love to hear that, but I appreciate you respecting the order. But yeah, I will leave you all to your devices. If you need anything else, let me know. I apologize again for the confusion. Let's get out of this room for the moment. I'm sure you
Wait,
probably don't want to spend too much time here.
before we go
Yes?
out, can Eb do something?
Sure.
I'm gonna say this is happening like while Aldris is doing his Arcana check. Eb wants to go over to, I don't know, what looks like the oldest vine she can find on the wall,
Mhm.
and just like story-wise, she's gonna put a hand on her necklace now that she stole it back, and take a really deep breath and put her hand on the vine and just say like, "Hey, I heard maybe you like it better when people are kinder, so I thought I'd introduce myself. Can you hear me? And just do a check and see if the vines respond in any way."
Sure. Roll me. What would this be? Let's say Arcana.
Dope.
Or insight, I guess. I'll do either.
21.
Ooh, nice. You can feel that the vine sort of relaxes in your palm a bit, and it kind of snakes around your wrist and your forearm, and kind of
Oh my
clasps
god, a
it
new friend.
gently.
Take
And
Scarthorn with you.
my God, put Scarthorn in your pocket. Uh, no
I
more
mean,
little.
it's a joke, but
God, you already have a small companion. Clover's gonna get jealous of another plant-based small companion, or maybe he'd like the company. Who knows?
you can't have too many.
You've collected a menagerie. Anyway, so you can feel though, and as you feel that, you kind of feel something ping on another side of the island. After you do that,
Oh. Eb's gonna get up. Can I feel the ping again, or was it just like a
it was like a one-time deal.
dope? Okay. Yeah, I'm set to go. I say goodbye to the vines.
Okay. So the vines wave back. Gronson says, "Oh, well, that's new. But seems you've got the hang of it pretty quickly there, little Eb."
Yeah, I'm great with plants.
It seems you are. Well, he walks behind you guys, closes up the thorn room, and gestures for you guys to go over you. Please, it's been nice seeing you all again together. I'll probably be in my study this time. I have to write out a few letters. But yeah, again, Jens, you know where to find that if need be, if you need me. And I'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye, Gronson.
See you later.
Bye, Gronson.
Bye, guys.
God, he's such a
May the
such a-
angels be with you.
Bye.
He's such a nice
Bye,
guy.
buddy. I hope you find your dad.
So is he out of earshot?
As soon
He's
as
out of
he's
earshot.
as soon as he's out of earshot, listen,
Terrible
look,
news, Eb. That person with the fake leather jacket, they have awful plans for our good friend, Ricky the Shark.
No, I already know.
Oh. The vines brought me to a place to overhear a conversation. Apparently, she's told him that he'll be back in the Black Hand, which is your thing, and also the people are coming soon, apparently, to attack the island, which just won't be good.
They're here.
What?
They're here, and they're in the prison,
we
and
gotta
they're
go
not
now.
the Black Hand.
But we have so much more. We have to.
I
This is
know.
very sudden.
I know.
I mean, what are we going to do about the Lich and all the trapped people and like?
Fuck the Lich, man. We gotta go.
Well,
Lich
what
can
about
stay in
the?
base.
It's very clear the vines have like a will behind them and are obviously manipulated by some sort of spirit. We can't just leave that person suffering.
Yeah, okay. So we go find the person.
Get our stuff, save the island, then
Leave.
get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Why didn't we think of this before?
that's what I thought we were doing.
Yeah. Now we gotta pep in
Now
our
we
step.
have
I
more
just
urgency.
expected to have like, I don't know, 1 or 2 weeks to slowly plan this out. But fuck it, let's go. We ball.
No, yeah,
2
now we're
fucking weeks,
going.
man. I would be so bored in here for 2 weeks.
Just cause more crimes.
Entertainment.
Are you always out just now
I'm gonna
encouraging
cause
the
more
crime?
crimes.
I
We
mean,
got
like
him,
petty
boys.
stuff,
Encourage
not
more
like
crimes.
don't murder people.
You
If you
know,
can help it.
Aldris, you are a man of surprises. A dragon-ish of
Very
surprise.
close. Very close. Well
A
done.
big lizard.
Yep.
A
Got it
tortoise.
in one. Very close.
Tortoise?
Different
Tortolini?
group of people. Sure.
Different group of cold bloods, yeah.
He's a very large kobold.
Also, I just as a
I mean, essentially, yes.
I mean, yeah, that is true. Actually, pretty much like in lore. I mean, at least in Forgotten Realms lore, like kobolds actually like hang around dragonborns because they think that they're more like dragons than them, and like they're above them on the hierarchy, which is really funny to me.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, goblins. I mean, what did I just say? Kobolds are basically like little goblins. It's funny.
Kobolds are great. I love them.
Yeah,
Big
they're-
fan.
You would have loved the Dawn. Well, actually, you did see the Dawn briefly, but you
I
would have
did.
loved
I
the first.
saw him get absolutely psionically destroyed by a cruel, cruel being.
Yeah, pretty much. Atham. Oh my god! You know, it's like that saying. It's like like watch how people treat those under them, and watch how people treat kobolds, and you'll see their true nature. I fear
Whoa,
for
that
what.
kobold was testing it, though, just saying.
Mm.
I mean, it was being so mean.
Are you not in prison? Are we not all in prison? Are we
Yeah,
not
but
here
I didn't
because
kill the
we test the
kobold.
system?
I mean, also the kobold was actually pretty reasonable. He just wanted his stuff back, and then you guys immediately took it back. Fair. To be fair, though, he did steal it from somebody else, so he doesn't have a
To be
lot
fair,
of.
I gave it back.
Yeah, and then Atham immediately took it back and threatened to kill
And
him.
then Atham mysteriously got me a new one.
Uh-huh.
It was really lucky of him just to have one.
You know, I'm wondering if like maybe there's something more sinister going on with these Golden Order people, and they're not as clean as they purport to be.
Shut up, you!
Well, either way, you guys have yes. Go back to planning. I'm sorry for derailing that, but you guys were saying Eb is insisting we get out of here. Or you guys get out of here tonight. Alendris is mentioning that maybe it would be good to take a little bit of time to plan. I will point out that the Kushim did not exactly specify how long it's going to be, I believe, until his breakout thing happens. So it could be tonight, it could be tomorrow, it could be next week. Who knows?
I don't have metagame knowledge because I wasn't listening to the last half of last episode. Oh, no!
Yes, you have to separate that from your character knowledge, or you don't have to separate your character knowledge anymore. It's great.
Do we have any information that can get us to save this vine? The heart of the I guess the heart of the vine. We're back to this.
Well, we
figure out
know
where
that
it's
it's deeper. We know
Can
that
we
it's
talk to the
deeper than block 3 because we were asked to go deeper by Nicolaus. We know that it's in all likelihood a spirit, or perhaps the corpse of the Rhodian queen. And we know that the closer we get to it, the more aggressive the vines will be, which I believe is something that can be solved by Ebb. And
Yes.
worst case scenario, me. Ebb seems to be able to communicate with them quite effectively.
Yes, I think that's the key here. Eb, if you can talk to the vines and find us a way there and get us through, that might be the ticket we need to getting off of this godforsaken island.
Jens, you guys have two options. Jens, you Aldris mentioned, if you're trying to find the divine heart or heart of the vines, whatever, Aldris mentioned, Nicolaus said that he was trying to get to it through his caverns in below Scarthorn and deeper than Block 3, which seems to be difficult because he's just endlessly battling the vines with his zombie army. That doesn't seem to work out well. He's kind of caught in a stalemate. You found in the journal entries that there was the secret passages that the vines go through, that the warden, who was obsessed with trying to find the vine heart, got close to but couldn't get through them without something special.
Did she say where the door was?
She did. I didn't give you specifics then because I didn't think it would really it wouldn't really make sense to, because we don't have a good layout of the prison. But basically, it's past in the area where you guys see the guards going up. Basically, where Aldris went just last time through the gate.
Well, I have an idea. If we go to check out this potential secret door, we might be able to get the vines to open it for us. This warden was obsessed with trying to open it. I found it in the library. This journal, Jens holds up a craggly old journal and waves it around a little bit frantically. It could be our way of avoiding perhaps all the necromancers and skeletons and whatnots.
I like secret doors. Big fan of secret doors.
I like not fighting off an endless wave of undead.
I also like not fighting off an endless wave of undead. Done that once. Don't want to do it again.
Yeah. Okay. But then we also gotta worry about our stuff. Should we hit that first and then head out to the heart?
Well, we need our stuff. We also have to worry about if there's anyone we're bringing with us along the way. Because people we leave behind, unless we are planning to stand against the attack on this island, will in all likelihood be hurt.
Well, listen. The two who come to mind are Nissi and Grunts. I'll be damned. Finding a good paladin, that is somebody worth saving.
You're right. He could come with us on adventures.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Our very own paladin.
My God.
Either way.
We could have some divine protection for once.
I will smite you all.
You're just proving points.
You're so mean.
Banish. I banished the spirit that was talking. All right.
I'm sorry. Who got Ebb sent to prison again because they couldn't not murder an entire village?
Oh, yeah.
Gronson wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you.
Damn, big
you
roast.
Did this yourself.
Big roast.
It's all Zin's fault.
All right. As much as I love roasting Zin, especially when he can't rebut, um, why? What is the plan? Because you guys were bringing up a good dilemma. Is that you have two avenues for going forward, or I guess three technically. You can go down to block 3 if you want to try and go through Nicolaius again. You can go get your stuff first, or you can try and head immediately to the secret door, and you have to find a way into the guard quarters, basically, though, first. So, and then there is the fourth thing of trying to warn the others, which you could do. You could do that first. It depends on what order you want to do this in. I mean, you have basically the two options of which way to get to the Fine Heart if that's what you're going for, and then what order you want to do it in conjunction with the two other objectives.
So I feel like we should probably get our stuff first, but then once that happens, like it's only a matter of time before they notice that our stuff is missing and they start to lock the place down looking for us, right?
Yeah, but hopefully, if we're in the walls by then, if we're taking the vine routes, we shouldn't be able to be found.
So that'll be a huge risk because if we can't get that wall open, then we're boned. But that said, I'm willing to take that risk. We could, or go into the walls without all of our stuff.
No.
If you're able to locate the wall, which has the secret door in it, I can break through in at most 10 minutes, probably less.
Good. I think we should ask first, but then we can try this mapping.
I mean, obviously we're going to try and ask first. I'd much rather not be antagonistic towards the departed.
All right. I think this is our plan then. We'll go collect our stuff, get into the guards' quarters, find this door, ask it very nicely, or try and get through it, and then
if it's riddles 3, yes.
Yes. And hopefully also save Gronson and Nissy.
Yeah. Let's deal with the invasion after we deal with the threat of our freedom.
Save Nissy, save the world.
Should we bring Nissy and Gronson with us into the heart of into the walls?
I feel like Gronson is contractually obligated to stop us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you wouldn't let us.
I feel like if we told him that, hey, I want to investigate this thing that I found in this historical book, and then, just escalated from there, we could.
But if we start doing some, she waves her hand, like Jazz Hand asks, sparkle, sparkle, magic, dead energy, he might not be as big of a fan.
All right, fair enough. So then we'll come back for Nissy and Gronson.
Yeah, I think that's good. Plus, I don't think Nissy likes small tunnels.
That's valid. They're a little claustrophobic. Let's do it then. You know where our stuff is.
Yes, I do. Eb thinks back to when she went to get her stuff earlier today.
Yes, earlier today.
Sean, can I lead them?
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's just kind of in the hallways back through where it's behind the cafeteria, basically the lunch line, the kitchen.
Sean, we had a long rest, right?
I mean, since you fought Nicolaius, quote unquote, or his zombies, yeah, you did.
Oh, good.
Since then, you have, yeah.
Okay, so then
I guess we'll head to the mess hall and see if we can get behind the area and get into the corridor where Eb was showing us to.
Mm-hmm.
Surely there will be no issues with this.
That's the right attitude.
Manifest.
Surely this will be a straight walk to our objective.
So
Spirit.
you guys get behind. You do get behind the cafeteria. You get to the door where you came, or you got to the hallways, Eb, and you do find that it is locked. You do have one set of lock picking tools that Aldris did give you.
I do. So I go down and I want to pick the lock.
They let you add half proficiency because they're not very good. They're simple.
Yes.
Still.
Yeah,
And I
that's
am
very-
proficient with lockpicks tools.
Yes. So you are able to roll, I believe, add Dex and then half proficiency, or is it just half proficiency? I forget. I'll say Dex plus half proficiency. Why not?
Okay.
DC 15.
Oh, baby. I'm doing math in my head. 26.
Yeah, you're able to unlock this, no problem. It gently clicks, no damage to the lock, and the door swings open into a dark corridor.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, I just had the best idea ever. Eb turns to Aldris.
Yes.
So you're a necromancer,
Yes.
and you're also good at wood carving.
Sometimes.
Could you maybe make my finger bones into lockpick tools and also help me attach them back to my hands?
I mean, I can definitely attach them back to your hand.
And
Surely, there's
pick-
no like omnipotent being that would stop me. I'm any lockpick tools I carve for you, unless it's a medicine check, are going to be not very like high end. I don't know the first thing about picking locks, actually. It may surprise you to know this, but I am very unstealthy.
What? No. What? Well, no one can be as stealthy as me. And I Batman cape. Like, sweep it around me.
I had to say that for posterity just because that's one of the most batshit insane things that have been said during this campaign, I think.
I
feel
do
like this would be awesome.
I do have regenerate, which specifically says you can reattach limbs with it.
Okay, yeah, and I want them to be fun skeletal finger bones that okay. We don't have time for this.
I want to just remind you, and I'll you don't even have to roll for this, is that you can tell that did you get your finger bones? I forgot. You got your locket, and you got one other thing when you left. What do you remember? What it was your finger bones, right? Which, speaking of, do you want to bet on that real quick?
No, I'm so lazy.
Okay. So we'll go then, or not go. You guys can decide what you want. But Aldris, you can tell that now that she's back. By the way, that you don't even like divine sense or anything, but the satchel that's now around her neck, along with the little like stone she has, is incredibly
Omega cursed.
Yeah, it's like putting off a lot of bad juju right now, like a ton.
Hey, I spoke without thinking for a sec. Your finger bones aren't the incredibly cursed item, are they?
Pshaw. Come on, man.
Why do you even have something that cursed?
They're my finger bones.
Like, I dabble in curses. I do a little bit here and there. You can be creative and make them like slight boons, or they're useful for people who are terrified. You can calm their emotions with them. How did you get something that cursed?
Well, they give them back to you in the hand as a symbol of they're gonna come kill you.
It's an initiation.
Yeah, They cut them off when you join, and then
that's terrible. And I've lost an arm.
Yeah, but it grew back.
My very clearly metal arm. It grew back.
I got better.
I got better.
I mean, if something very bad happens to you, in all likelihood, I can undo it. But as someone who knows how curses work, I highly recommend you do not put those back on your hand.
Okay.
You're just gonna find someone else to do it, aren't you?
Yes. Cyril can do it.
Children with their omega cursed fingers.
Anyway, besides, we gotta go. The guards might come back. We just unlocked the door.
I don't think any guards would come here.
While they've been having this conversation, Jens has put all of his equipment back on.
You haven't got to the equipment room yet.
I do the
That's
same
what-
thing, actually. I actually
Oh.
also invent new equipment and put it on.
Oh my god.
I take everything from the equipment room and put it in my
I
I
pocket.
had
take
it-
all of Ricky's equipment and put it on.
And my wizarding cap and my staff.
Oh my
No,
god! Yeah. Let's go to the equipment room.
Oh my god! I am going to. I'm going to pull full Sam Jackson. I've had it with these motherfucking power gaming Canadians on this motherfucking D&D campaign.
I instantly kill Kushim from my giant space laser that I've had this whole time.
You send
know
him one bad vibe.
Oh,
I
he senses
send him
deep
bad
animosity
vibes.
somewhere.
Deep animosity.
I'm like so tempted to just like make every main boss such a pushover and completely remove any challenge from the game just to see what happens. Like just to see everyone start spinning their wheels and being like, "We're Triumph," or whatever. Just let's move on. You guys walk into the dark hallway. I would like everyone to give me a stealth
I
check.
don't have dark vision.
Oh.
Stealth, you say?
I want Alendris and Jens. You don't have dark vision either,
I
do
rolled
you?
I rolled a 12. No, I don't.
I
But
rolled
can
a
make
12.
Rocco. I can make Rocco.
All right. Alendris and Jens roll with disadvantage.
Oh, I got an
Ooh.
unnatural 20 for my first roll.
Still a 12.
You got two
17.
12s? Okay.
Well, no, I got a 12 and a 19. Well, a dirty 20.
Oh, okay.
I got a
Because it's
17.
disadvantage. That dirty 20 is just there to mock me.
17, Eb, you can just roll straight. You only got a 12 for sneaking.
Yeah, I got
Really?
it too.
Maybe I am the sneakiest.
Oh my god. Alright, well, Alendris, I guess just
No, no, no.
by...
Alright, guys. Follow my lead. And then proceeds to, like, the loudest fall.
Wait, I know the perfect effect for this.
Now, you see, Eb is like, let me go first. I'll be the sneakiest sneak. She just falls down.
It's an excellent pipe sound effect, Max. Can I just say, I'm really disappointed.
That's good.
I'm gonna cry tears if that pipe sound effect you shared, Max, isn't in the final cut of this recording.
Note for Max when doing this episode, make sure you do the sound.
Oh my god.
Make sure you include
the
the falling
thing.
pipe noise.
Let's just give it to Soph and let her do everything. for now.
Surely nothing bad will come of not labeling any of my stuff.
I mean, that was okay. Well, I'll take responsibility for that. But again, it wasn't a problem until we got backed up on file. Anyway, moving on. So you guys move through. Eb is holding her nose in pain and whatnot.
Yes. Why am I holding my nose in pain?
Because you fell on your face and
Oh, I
it
did.
nearly broke it. Aldris is kind of melding into the shadow just because he's probably the calmest out of you guys right now, and his
Psalm and scale color just works
I was-
real well for this environment.
I was gonna say, yeah, I didn't want to necessarily bring up your scale color, but I figured I would. Or I figured that would help. So thank you for doing it for me. Now I don't look like a jerk. Jens, you, I guess, just are really tall and not exactly used to sneaking around, I would assume. So,
Yeah, not my strong suit.
yeah, you kind of stick out a little bit. So, yeah, Ev and Jens are kind of there. As you guys are making your way, you pass by another corridor, and you hear from down the hall, it sounds like a female guard saying, "Wait, did I just see something?" It's like, nah, I'm sure you're going crazy. There's nobody past here. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure I just saw like one or two figures maybe pass by. That looked big. You can see a torch getting closer as you guys kind of are right past the corridor. What do you do?
Oh,
Is there
what's in the
are there
hallway?
any are there any side rooms or anything around us?
So there are a couple of side rooms. There's like one what looks like to be a utility closet, and there's one further up that you don't know what it is.
And that's towards the torch?
That's away. The utility closet is right there, and the what's it called? The other room, the unmarked room, is about like 20 feet up on the left side of the hall. The torch is coming from your back right.
Okay. I say let's go to the mystery room because that sounds.
Do I notice them going into an unmarked room?
I mean, they start like I guessing you guys whisper that to each other, Jens and Eb, and start going toward the unmarked room. Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'll head in.
We don't just abandon them.
Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Not in a
It's
dark.
not like we're in
mysterious room.
federal prison.
Oh, wacky adventure. You guys open the door and you go into what looks to be an office. And
Oh no, do I recognize the office?
No, you don't. You don't recognize the office. You would have been able to tell this is a one level below you, where you were, I should say. So for example, you got to see Ricky and Lilas talking through the floor. So
right, yeah. That makes sense.
You guys do see that it looks to be like kind of like a cramped, like 1950s sort of style office where there's like a nice wooden desk. There's like a couple of lamps, a overhead ceiling fan of crude make, and some stone shelves. And there's a back left door there that's got one of those like opaque panels, glass panels in the wooden door frame at the top, like just head level. Well, I guess for normal people, for you guys, not really, because either you're too short or way too fucking tall, you monstrous freak. And you guys all hear a distinct flush coming from that back room.
Oh no. We're in the bathrooms.
What?
Did you not say we heard a flush?
I mean, yeah, but there's a desk right in front of you and everything.
What kind of bathroom have you been going to?
I mean, I'm assuming Eb said this and not Reese, so I'll let that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Eb definitely said that.
Is that just what Reese imagines the boys' bathroom is like? Is there's one toilet and there's a secretary in the front? It's like when boys imagine there's like a huge couch in every woman's bathroom and everything like that, like a bunch of like.
There is.
Yeah, I knew it.
I fucking knew it.
The couch and the personal masseuse and the hand
and the scented candles and everything like that. Yeah.
The solid gold walls.
Yeah.
I can't believe this.
The martini bar next to the frozen yogurt bar.
There's a Starbucks in there too, but the line's always so long.
That's really what everybody's lining up when they're going to the bathroom. It's not to go to actually the bathroom. It's the Starbucks. All
I
right.
would not buy anything from a bathroom Starbucks. That sounds horrendous.
Yeah, you go to bathrooms that have desks and secretaries. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, speaking of, the guy comes out and he's like, "Oh, what are you guys doing here?" And he pulls out a
I'm
timing
here
gun
for
and
the
shoots
5
you all.
o'clock appointment.
Shoots all of you.
I had to go.
Okay.
I had
know.
to go to
All
the
right.
bathroom.
I had
Canada.
All right. So you hear the flush. You hear somebody whistling. That's a terrible whistle, but just ignore it. And washing his hands. It does sound like a man. What do you guys do?
At least he's washing his hands.
Are there hiding spots immediately visible to us?
There's the big desk. There's two cabinet, or there's the stone, I guess, nooks or cabinets, however, whatever you want to call them, shelves. There's stone shelves and like one big kind of dresser thing, I guess, like plate carrier. Just like
Like
know
an
what people do.
armoire?
And like an armoire, but like one that holds like silverware and like nice china and things like that. But this guy's got like some booze and stuff like that, and a big lower cabinet or two lower what's the word? Like little doors that open up to something bigger, maybe.
Oh, Eb's gonna dive into one of those little doors below the liquor cabinet.
All right, there's that's where the liquor is. Above the liquor cabinet is where all like the glasses and the decanters are. So you're hiding. You can hide.
To drink some liquor to make rum.
Why the bottle's still gonna be there? The all right. So yeah, what are you guys doing as this? So Eb is gonna dive into the alcohol cabinet.
There's a 50-50 shot that door is a push from the bathroom side. We could block it with a chair.
I kind of like this plan. I kind of like just trying to locking this poor soul in the bathroom instead of hiding. All right, let's do it.
I like the idea that people are looking around to hide, and Aldrin just goes, grabs a chair, and puts it up against the like handle.
I guess Eb's head pops out of the cabinet she's in. What? Oh, barricade the door? Okay.
So give me a. How would I put this as a survival check? Maybe no.
Survive.
I mean, it's like crafting something, so I kind of feel like, but that's not really what it is. What
can I consider it a medicine check?
Not a medicine check.
Debate for 1 minute until I come back.
We could make it a strength check and move like a cabinet or something.
Tell you what, if you do you have any proficiency with you? I guess you use woodworking tools, and we already kind of said you had proficiency.
I don't have no. That's not part of proficiency. That's part of fabrication. Lets me
fabricate right, yes.
things.
That's right. Yes. I guess just give me.
If he spends 10 minutes washing his hands, I can fabricate the door into an immovable wall.
No, okay. I'm gonna say just make this a straight intelligence check, DC 10, because it's a very easy thing to do. I just want to know how, like, it does require a little bit of finesse and having experience with it. If you think Aldris has done this before in some situation, then by all means do with advantage.
So I don't know. Here, there. I got a 22, but I think you're imagining something much more in depth. This is what I'm talking about in terms.
You're talking about you lean the chair as like kind of a stopper thing under the doorknob, right? That they do in movies sometimes. Yeah,
here's a good WikiHow for it. This is literally the extent of the plan.
No, I know. I'm mainly just the reason I did that was to see how well and how long it would last, considering that those things can work pretty easy, but depending on how well you do it, it sometimes can fail pretty quickly too. That was the reason I was saying. So you scored very well. So you go and you put it under the doorknob, and the guy starts banging on the door, and it's like, "Hey, Hey, wait a minute. Who's out there? What? Why do I hear voices? He hears the clink of a glass. He's like, who's in my liquor cabinet? Is this a prank, Johnny?
He'll never expect this prank. I bought us some cover.
Hey, let me out! And there's some banging on the door. You are gonna have to hope that it stays muted from the outside. As that's happening, you do see a little bit of torchlight coming from the hallway. And you hear a woman say, "Is anybody there? Hello?" You gonna say anything, or you gonna be quiet? You think?
I think I'm gonna be quiet.
I feel like we should be quiet, right?
Yeah.
We
All right. No, I mean it's you don't know if the woman's coming too close. So I'm gonna just do a quick luck check then.
I prepare to hide.
Okay.
Can I stand behind the desk, like arms behind my back, looking at a wall? Like, for if
facing
they,
away,
yeah, if they come in, I can do a dramatic reveal, essentially.
so they like.
You know
think
you're still wearing prison clothes, right? You're all wearing the prison's uniform.
Oh, I'm aware. My plan does not involve looking innocent.
I'm gonna say that the person doesn't hear the banging, and you see the light recede from the hallway. I do want to see what would have happened, but for the luck roll, you guys did luck out, and the person wasn't interested enough to keep following.
I was just gonna turn around and cast
No.
Cause Fear. Make them run away.
We're plenty interesting. Gotta give them a piece of my mind.
Gonna do a villain speech.
Thinking they're too good for us.
So the light recedes from the hallway. What do you guys do?
Alright, back out into the hallway.
Yup.
Yes. We got a mission to do.
Boy, this prank will hold them for at least another hour. Ha ha ha, boys, we did it!
Shh, there's only one Johnny, man.
Johnny can have friends.
Yeah, you think Johnny is a
And
friendless?
someone named
Anyone who pulls
ever
pranks
friends.
this good can't have no friends.
This is true. It's so true.
Huh. Spoken like a true pranky and not a pranker.
Oh.
Wow.
I
As
immediately
Aldris,
collapse into a fetal position and cry.
take 30 psychic damage, please.
That's half my health.
Immediately lose 1 to your to your wisdom from that.
I gain 1.
Eb is just a mind flayer, but with pranks.
Is constant what's the word?
Fear? What?
No, it just completely always has disadvantage on wisdom saving throws from now on. You guys make it to the door where Eb was originally. Eb, this is a DC 20 lockpick though. It is locked when you get there.
Alright. But I'm feeling lucky, ladies.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Send a little prayer to the bee god and I say, "Hey, my man, bee god. Need some help with this lock, yo. Rest in peace and all." And then I roll.
Truly a beautiful faith.
And I still get to do half proficiency.
Half proficiency index.
Okay, 22.
All right, yeah, you click in. You struggle a little bit, but you just make it. And you guys open to a large carton by a carton on carton on carton of different stuff, contraband, possessions, all labeled alphabetically. And it's just sitting there in their little cubby.
Eb giggles evilly. She's like, hee hee, and speeds to find her box.
Yen starts looking for his. I'm gonna suit up.
I'm gonna walk around, look for mine. I'm A. Mine's probably pretty A or B if they're going by last name, so mine's probably pretty close to the front. I'm gonna look around at like snoop in other people's boxes quickly though as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Any like specific criteria, or just anyone like just take
Nah.
a little?
I'd like to find Ricky's
Curiosity.
box.
I want to find Lilith's box.
This box is just like a bunch of severed fish heads.
This was just unlabeled pills.
This box is just a bunch of This box is just
Smaller
a bunch of fish chairs that are made out of the fish spine.
Hey, this box is just full of ghosts that melt your face off if you open it.
This bomb's just got a nuke in it.
How boring. Close.
Throws it to the side.
Hey, this box has a cosmic horror mushroom in it that talks in riddle.
And
This box has the angriest ASMR I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh! I would love to have Aldris and Morchella in the same session just to make you talk to yourself, like because
Aldris would not like Morchella.
Oh, I know, that's what makes it great. But here, before I get sidetracked again, I will answer your question. So, let's see here. I'll roll real quick. You guys can go to Lilith's box, but it is empty. If you remember, she went with Eb to go and clear out her stuff.
cool. I wanted to take her leather jacket.
That wasn't in evidence.
Well, I feel like she
Very
would have
odd.
one before she went to prison if she made one in
That's
prison.
fair. That's true.
Yeah, she would have an authentic one. She did have one. And I'll say that Aldris, you did see her wearing her full actual leather jacket when she was talking to Ricky. But you look into a couple, Aldris. One of them's just got like what looks to be a lighter, some pants, a little bit of gold, a few like fetishes and totems from somebody. There's another one that you open that's got some pictures of what looks to be or like paintings of family. A couple have books that people seem to have enjoyed, diaries, things like that. Another one you open specifically has a what is it? What was it going to say? Oh, has a few weapons in them, like a lot of knives and such. Just an absurd amount of weapons for whatever reason. But yeah, just nothing too crazy. If you were looking for something specific, or wanted to investigate for something, you could roll
No,
for
I was
it.
just
But
curious.
yeah, nothing too crazy in these. There's some of them with a lot of drugs. There's some what did we say? Perica. A lot of them have perica in them.
Eb raids some of those.
My God, this must be a ton of Tylenol.
Yes, Tylenol. Eb is putting it in her bag.
I have a massive headache. But you do get to yours, and all of your stuff still is in it.
Not everything. Something's missing.
Oh well, you had your What did Eb get for you again?
Eb got a pendant, and
That's your
I think
pendant, yes.
Aldris is frantically looking for this pendant in their stuff.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, you didn't give that. Or did you give the axe back to yes? That's true. Good catch there.
I am wearing the pendant and holding the axe.
Aldris is frantically looking through. I'm assuming things like
Eb is like
where is it?
showing
Where
them
is
in the corner of her dirty sleeve.
Where did they take it?
Yeah, shiny bling.
You look up and you see Eb just in her full regalia now with her cloak and stuff like that, holding an axe and has another pendant on top of her finger bones and her own pendant.
And Cyril's pendant.
Oh, thank
And
goodness.
Cyril's pendant. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Her pockets are full of stuff from other people's boxes.
I'm gonna, seeing that Ebb has it, I'm gonna put on my robe. I'm gonna put on the backpack. And then I'm gonna walk over and say, "Can I have my my pendant back, please?"
You mean my bling?
Yes, the sword specifically.
Yeah, okay. Ebb takes it off, hands it over.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna keep it, I was just messing around.
No, I know. I wasn't thinking that you were going to keep it. Don't worry.
I
It's
never
it's just important to me. It's one of the last links I have back to where I came from.
Could you describe for us again what this pendant looks like?
It is a silver necklace. The only part that's not silver is the blade of the sword, which is made of a opal, like a very, very fine opal. So it has all of the colors that are very bright in it.
Mm-hmm. The sword
Ooh.
pendant. Was this perhaps a sword once wielded by a very important rat, or I'm sorry, mouse?
Despero?
No, it was not. It was not wielded by a. This was not a rat's sword. I don't think this sword belongs to any rat.
That's what someone who stole a sword from a rat would say.
I know, yeah. Jens, you get
It
all your
breaks
stuff
too
back.
easily to be a rat sword.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have 50 million buffs on it. Jens, you see that you get both all of your stuff back. And you look over, you see that one of your axes is missing, but you do see that Ebb is confidently holding it up and around.
Did you try it out?
Ebb is chopping the air. What do you think I'm doing?
It's a comfortable swing, right?
Yeah, it's like just the perfect height, and Ebb holds it up, and it's like the height of her.
It's like it is very much a hand axe for Jens. My grandfather gave my father that axe, who gave it to me. It's a family heirloom.
Cool.
Good axe.
Yeah. Thank you. We can if you ever go to my homeland, we can see about getting you forged one.
Oh, I do like the idea of an axe.
Yeah, we're very heavily armed people.
Ebb hands the
What
axe
keeps making
back to
that
Ebb.
noise? Who keeps clown honking? I have to know.
What?
Well,
Am I crazy? Right? Is there?
wait, is this out of character right now?
No, this is out of character. I keep every
Oh.
every
everybody
couple
else-
of minutes, I just hear wah, wah, like a clown honk.
I think that might be
this-
something.
Is
That would
this
be in your computer in your house, mate. Hold on.
the clown is coming from inside my house?
Is it maybe it's my chair creaks? Hold on. Can you
No, it's not. It's not like a creak. It's like very clearly a
Oh, the
like
duck?
it's- No, it's
Let's
I
see.
can't-
Is there any? I don't see any clown of like what's it
I'm
called?
gonna disconnect and reconnect because this has to be something on my end that I didn't realize was on my end.
I have not heard anything. I'd be perfectly honest.
The clown is coming from inside the house.
I'll be like 100% honest. Yeah.
I didn't hear anything.
So
Yeah.
real quick, you're not fucking with him, right? Or it wasn't. So if you can talk, by the way.
Oh.
This is going out of the episode. I'm not having my clown rant.
Cameron, was that you?
I can't believe that wasn't somebody. I thought for sure someone was just periodically making a clown honk.
They're not. Soph and Cameron are not talking, so I'm a little worried that they were doing something. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
feel like they're laughing.
My internet cut out. What did I miss?
Oh, apparently, have you been hearing a clown noise at all recently?
I've been muted.
No.
hearing.
That sounds like an
you.
excuse he's trying to make to hide his involvement in this.
I just got here. Like my
He's got a laugh
I have
in
no
his
idea what
voice.
you're talking about.
Actually, wait here. That actually is a good. That is a good point. Actually, he's got to. Let me see something.
Are you
What?
gonna see when he joined?
Can you hear that even though I was muted?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we saw
Okay.
the symbols, so we would see it,
Okay,
right?
yeah, we would see it. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta. Okay, as much as interesting as this is for reference, Cameron, Max has been hearing a clown
It's
noise
just
for apparently.
the first honk from this has just been going off. And I thought someone was playing the noise
The honk from what?
from the thing I just put in Tavern Posting.
Yeah. So none of us
Wait,
have heard it. So I just
It was coming from in-house.
must have been.
I am speechless.
Fascinating. Anyways, ignore me.
Okay. Okay. We'll get back to that. I'm sorry for all the mental
I'm sorry for
damage.
derailing that. I legitimately thought someone kept playing that and I got really confused.
It's okay. If somebody did do that, I would stop and tell them to stop because we need to focus, and also we don't want to have to keep editing that out. So here's what we're gonna get back to. You guys got all your stuff. You checked out a few boxes, a lot of contraband, a lot of just family effects, books, diaries, things like that, and the few that Al just opened. Is there Lilith's stuff is empty as long
Oh,
as Ricky's
actually, what about Nissy's stuff?
Okay, I was going to ask if you wanted to check any others before you left. You can check Nissy's stuff if you want to go over to his cubby.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So
I have no fears.
He has a large war mace that's in there, along with some armor. And a what looks to be some kind of important scroll. I think can tell from Max's face he just heard the noise again.
I'm just gonna ignore it. I don't know what it's coming from.
That and it's okay. Just as a side note, because I don't want this to keep I don't want you to have to play this session handicapped. Are you sure you don't have a tab open somewhere that is just repeating the video, or is like 10 hours of clown honk noise or something like that?
Oh yeah, because I love listening. No, I closed my
You closed
my
all of your
browsers.
browsers and
I
everything.
closed my browser tabs because I was like, it's got to be something there.
You want to restart your computer?
No, I'm good. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, so you are able to see that there's a large battle mace, a huge, I mean, like his cubby is like 4 times the size of anyone else's. And there is a large set of armor and a battle mace there, along with what looks to be some kind of important scroll.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'll look at the scroll. I'll read it, not out loud in case it's a spell scroll.
It immediately sets off a nuclear bomb, so by credit of the Shadow Money Gang or Wizard Gang. Or Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
Shadow Money Wizard Gang. Money Shadow Gang Wizard. Hate those guys.
Whatever they're called. They love
casting spells.
And nuclear bomb. You read it, and it is an official notice from the High Clan of Rhodia, which you've been in Tier C.
Wait, no, I don't read it.
Okay.
I can't read Rhodian. I can only speak and read Common because I don't know the local languages.
That is true. That is true. Good call.
Jens walks over. Hey, is that Rhodian?
I have no idea.
It looks like Rhodian to me. I can read that. And Jens reads it.
This is explicitly in Rhodian, so that was a good call. Thank you for reminding me. So, Jens, you are able to read this. This does say it is from the High Clan of Rhodia. And it reads from Chief Blackhorn. And it starts out, "My son, it is with a heavy heart that you are now and forever banned from our clan, and with my powers as the High Chieftain, you are sentenced to life in prison at Scarthorn." It goes on to say, "For your crimes of murder and treason, you have been put here, and no matter how much I love you, for the good of our country, I cannot risk an all-out civil war in the efforts of protecting family. I hope one day you can forgive me, but these are the laws of our land, and we must live by them. Goodbye."
Damn,
How sad.
that's tragic.
Rough.
Well, I still think we should break him out.
Oh yeah, I mean, it won't be on his father. I mean, people could still use that to start a civil war, but
He's been in the prison for 15 years,
Yeah, he's
so it's
been here
entirely
for-
possible.
he's been here for 15 years. On top of that, I feel like life in prison is a very harsh sentence for killing a guy in a sanctioned duel, even if you don't do it honorably.
I mean, kind of sounds like it was either kill or be killed. Which doesn't really sound like a good reason to be in prison for your whole life, so.
Not to mention, from what I know about the man, very unlikely to reoffend, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was telling him the other night, but he doesn't think so.
It
Well,
can
let's
be
break
hard to move past your scars.
Well, either way, we'll circle back for him. We should probably get a move on before the guards notice we've been in here.
Oh, yes. Smart. Eb goes to the door and looks out both.
She does.
Yes? If we're leaving, I wanna see what we're looking out towards.
It's pretty empty. Yeah, you
30
don't see anybody.
shims.
30 shims right there. "It's your father."
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck. Not today,
Yeah.
Sonny.
It's you have dark vision, so I'll just say you can't see anybody.
Okay. I turn to the others. I do a very complex gesturing of hand symbols to tell them that we're going to go out there after me. We'll all go in a line. I don't know. It's a bunch of really complicated hand signals. Then I say, "Got it?"
I walk over to see the hand signals more clearly because it's the dark and I can't see in the dark. And so what it looks like to me is like just like a bunch of flourishing hands. It doesn't look like any actual signals.
Yes.
That's because that's all it is. She doesn't know
That's all
sign
it is.
language.
Yen says, "What?"
God, you guys. I'm gonna go out. You guys follow me. We want to get
Okay.
below. We want to get below block 3. And I think I might know where we need to go. Eb remembers talking to the vines, and she felt that ping somewhere deep within Scarthorn.
That sounds like a good lead.
Yeah,
I mean,
explains that.
it's clearly leading you towards it then, which is good.
Yeah, I feel like what the vines say, go with the vines.
They don't seem to be a malicious force. Neutral, I would say.
They're
In
spiky
some cases, good.
and green.
Yeah,
Do it for the vine.
Oh my god.
I have to go.
quote.
I something came up. I'm gonna have to leave. Actually, sorry.
Ah,
I'm
you
gonna have
can't
to-
leave.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to go to the cloak dimension now. I can't I can't be seen with you people.
So opening the cloak mode. So yeah, you guys, I guess, start heading back. I appreciate having Soph here because she actually quotes other people.
It's very good.
Thank you, Soph.
Yeah, thank you. Notice I'm always the one who's quoting you guys because you're all selfish and self-centered.
I'm just awesome.
Hey, I quote myself.
All right, you all start walking back to try and get into the other room, or the other place, yeah, to find out where the vines are. Everybody roll me stealth again. This time without disadvantage and with advantage to Ebb.
Heck yeah.
15.
Okay.
Ah! I got 12 again.
How the fuck did you get 12? Did you roll a 1 and a 2?
I rolled a
19.
2.
You have
Oh, wait.
advantage. Roll again.
I'm such a fucker. I didn't realize that I could roll with advantage every time. I completely forgot. Yeah, okay, dirty 20. Let's go. I sneak amazing. Wait a second.
What was your one, Aldris?
19.
Okay. Hey, you've run rolling well for stealth.
I know. It's really bad because I said, like, I'm not the sneaky type, and then immediately rolled a 17 and then a 19.
I know. Maybe we have another dice cheater in our midst.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was rolling 6s and 5s to convince people last time.
Exactly. It's like you lose a couple blackjack hands and to convince the house you're not counting cards. It goes smoothly. You guys don't get caught. You do pass by the same corridor with the torch, but they don't notice you this time. Eb, I want you to roll a perception check, though.
Oof. 17.
You do notice some signs of a struggle where Kushim was talking to you after he had those knives fly out of the darkness to try and hit you and him. And it looks like a subtle but pretty frantic battle happened here briefly. Marks on the wall, little bits of dust kicked up, mainly the marks on the wall. What do you think Eb's thinking about? Like now that she's had just a little bit to kind of process, and like just like knowing that there was somebody trying to hit her and Kushim.
Yes. She's troubled by that because that means that there's a third party or a double agent. And there are already enough moving parts. Eb doesn't have time for another one. And a part that would want to kill her and Kushim. Either it only wanted one of them or didn't know who the other was and thought, like, screw it, I'll kill him anyway. Or they were both wanted, but that's weird because normally they're on different sides. Huh.
Oh, there's a lot of moving parts. Roll me insight.
Yeah, there's a lot going on at once.
More like moving parts.
5.
You got a 5 for the insight check?
Eb's not too bright. She's a little dimly lit bulb.
Okay, never mind then.
Damn.
You can't think of anything. You can't think of anything, Is there is there any other shadowy figure that has been brought up a couple of times within your stay here?
Eb is completely unawares.
Completely. Okay, you guys.
Gone Shadows.
Mr.
What?
Shadow.
Gone Shadows?
Yeah, it's like the main character of any game. It's just John and then the title of the game.
Oh, I thought you said Gone. Like I thought you were talking about like the protagonist of Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, I thought you said Bond. Like James
Nah,
Bond.
Eb is screwed if Gone is hunting her.
That is true. Great anime. We should get Cameron to watch it sometime. It's very complicated and wordy. For the power system at least, but I love that. Anyway, the I'm glad that she also got that. You guys get to the kitchen again, but you start to hear some commotion on the other side.
Here. Should we creep up and check it out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Eb wants to go creep and check it out. She's sneaking very sneakily to the door.
Okay, you won't need a stealth check for the most part. You already did well. You guys can all do it, and from what you can tell, it sounds like there's just like a lot of movement from the other side, like a lot of moving parts. Does anybody want to roll an insight check, or you can do something else if you want to try and figure it out?
I'll roll
an
insight.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're a little. It's a lost cause with Eb, so we don't have to worry about it.
I rolled a natural
Eb's off,
20.
Eb's off in her own world.
Eb is just her brain's starting to hiss and steam's coming out of her ears. What'd you
There's
get? Alex?
22.
Static in the background.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I am a dice cheater.
Yeah. Filthy, filthy Canadians. The I'll be nice to you on Canada Day. That'll be when I repeal my ways.
Don't.
Well, you see, Soph got a month, so you guys at least deserve a day.
When are you gonna be nice to me?
Well, I guess you also get a month, but I'll. When's your birthday? If you did, don't say that. You don't dox yourself. Don't dox yourself. But we'll figure that one out later. Jens, you immediately realize that it's about dinner time right now, and this is the cafeteria in front of you. Aldris, you also realize this, and you remember that Jens. You do remember that lunch. What's the word? Changeling, not a lady. Took a lot of, she was they were making a lot of meals for people. So right now it's probably in the preparation stage of trying to get everything together for people.
Right.
So you guys have a problem where you've got a bunch of stuff, all of your stuff on you now. The lunch, or not the lunchroom, the dinner rush is about to happen, and the lunch changeling is now preparing dinner. What are you going to do to get past her or them? God damn it, them. I keep wanting to say lunch lady and use feminine pronouns, but that's terrible. What do you guys want to do?
It's a great question. Hold on, let me look here.
Very noticeable in our stuff. We can't go out into the dining hall without some sort of distraction, and we can't really stay in here for the entirety of dining. Dining is probably the best chance to sneak out around the rest of the prison.
Everybody wouldn't be in just yet. It would be they're preparing it so the dinner room is empty for now, but you have a small window to get out of here.
Well then, Aldris.
Yes.
Put the moves on her. Distract her.
Changelings are typically non-binary, but okay.
Wait, no, she probably can't see you. Probably shouldn't see you.
Here, take this. I'll take off the backpack and the cloak, and I'll hand them to Eb.
What do you guys think? Distraction?
Distraction, seduction.
Eb takes him.
I'm gonna walk out and say hi. I was sent by, I guess, the Vines to help with lunch or dinner. Sorry.
Okay, this is interesting. Aldris, what does your normal outfit look like?
I took it off and gave it to Eb so she could sneak away.
Wait, so you're back in your prison uniform.
I'm back in prison clothes. I forgot to take off the amulet, though. I realize.
Okay, it's not a huge deal. Those kind of small things aren't going to go too noticed. Plus, there's plenty of contraband for that. Interesting. This is. Roll me a deception check.
Oh God.
Can
Historically, not very good at these. 15.
All right, 1 second. All right, they're like, all right, grab a knife. We're making sushi tonight.
Oh,
Got a-
sounds like fun.
We've got a lot of basin char that we need to cut up and put in rice.
Understood. I'll get right to it. I'll start chopping up fish.
All right. Give me an artisan tools check.
What is that normally?
Do you have proficiency in chef's tools?
I have proficiency in medical tools, and that's basically like being a chef.
How dare you?
Artisan tools.
All right. I'll because this is kind of like a cutting up someone's surgery.
Listen,
so
I could dissect this fish perfectly.
I'll tell you what. We'll say that if you do it like that, then I'll give you full proficiency in it.
I'll do it like a surgeon.
Please do.
Oh my god, 28.
So you start masterfully dissecting these fish. Some of them are basically they're basically getting vivisected on the cutting table right now, and the lunch changeling looks over and is like, "What? Well, you're cutting them apart beautifully, but you don't need to get all the guts and separate. I just need the meat."
It's all I know. I was a doctor. I don't know how to cut fish normally.
So got the heart still pumping on this one. What in the world? She's like, all right. They're like, all right, move over. Let me help you with this. And they start helping you separate the organs from the actual meat. But you are getting through it very, very quickly.
I look over at Eb and Jens and I motion with my head like, go.
Yeah, the lunch changeling is distracted. This would be a good moment to get out of here. Dinner room's empty.
We should move. We get going.
All right.
We do take a moment to remark on Aldris's excellent fish dicing skills.
Yeah. You guys are.
Yes,
yeah, you see that he's doing a great job.
He's killing it.
He could really consider
even with such a dome.
Yeah, he could really consider a second career as a fishmonger.
He would be a great fish cutter upper.
We should suggest it to him once we break out.
Yeah. He could work on a dock somewhere, overalls and a big yellow coat.
You'd fit right in.
It's perfect.
Yeah, Aldris is really, he's making short work of like all this. And in fact, you rolled so well with that and you're doing such a good job that you've basically completed the entire task already. And
I feel like I've slipped into sort of like a surgeon trance, and like the mask of necrotic energy has gone up over my face so that like I'm not breathing into a patient's chest, but it's just fish.
Just a bunch of fish smell and guts, and it does kind of bring you a little bit back to when you were a surgeon at the table, like trying to fix some gangrenous limb or something like that. Yeah, it's been the first time you've actually had to kind of get your hands dirty in a while, so to speak, with actual flesh and bone.
It's refreshing. Nice.
How in love with Aldris is the lunch changeling now? I just want to know.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Let me
Like how
roll.
much would you charge her with this knife?
On a scale of 1 to 20, let's say.
I'll roll a D10 and see on a scale of 1 to 10. We'll roll for this with advantage. I rolled a 6 both times. So their impression of you is shot up a lot. They're like, you really know your way around that knife, yeah.
A healthy respect.
Is it
A
like
healthy respect with a little bit of a crush.
Collar a little bit, like they see him chopping.
Yeah, they're
like, whoo!
Oh, they really know their way around a knife. Ooh.
Skin
Oh wow! Just talk about sashimi, am I right? Ooh. So yeah, there's a very large amount of respect there, and there's a little bit of a crush blossoming. And that's about it on a 6, I'll say.
Perfect.
So yeah, they're like, you've done a good job. They put their hand on your shoulder. You're free to go. You can take a break. I'm way ahead of schedule now, thanks to you. I'll just
I'll
wrap
see
them
you
up.
at dinner.
See you at dinner. Wow, I might have some myself early. This looks so good.
I'm gonna walk out of the lunchroom, and I'm gonna look for Eb and Jens immediately.
They're, I guess, hiding off in the corner a little bit, right? But like, you guys have got about 5 to 10 minutes before the rush happens. But right now, it's pretty quiet in here. Um,
Oh, that was invigorating. It's been so long since I've gotten to work.
You looked in the zone.
Yeah, how did you with the
Well, I imagined it was like a human rib cage.
Huh. I don't
Well-
think that's in Gordon Ramsay's cookbook, but okay.
I'm not really a cook. I'm going to be honest. I mostly ate army rations and gruel. Way
Delicious.
back when.
Hmm.
Or I just simply made like salads, things like that. I didn't do a lot of prep work.
All right. Well, as fascinating as this is, we should get going. So, where is the secret door? Where are we heading next?
Yes, I'll grab my stuff back from Eb and put them back on.
Like shoots up several inches after removing the weight of the extra bag.
Every step you're like accordioning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our next destination,
There you
we need to get to the other side of the barracks, right? To get
so
to
where you're-
doors.
Aldris, you were taken up to the kind of the walks that are above the cafeteria right now, actually, because that's where the entrance to the more restrictive zone is right up above you. And to get up there, originally the door was opened and a magical staircase appeared in the stone to let you up.
I mean, why don't we ask the vines for help?
Not a bad idea.
Okay. I'm just gonna go over to the indicated spot, I guess, where they're gonna
Yeah,
try.
I'll point where the staircase showed up when I went over.
Okay. Takes a really deep breath. And looks back at Aldris and Jens and is like,
Two thumbs up. You can do it.
think nice thoughts about the vines.
Try to connect with it on an intrinsic level. Figure out what's causing it pain and offer to help with it.
Eb turns back to the wall. And one hand on the necklace, one hand on the wall. Reaches out. And I guess calls out, like, physically, but also mentally, like when they telekinetically talk, because she's thinking, hey, maybe they're magic. Might as well see. And just says, hello? Is there anyone there?
You don't get a vocal response, but you do feel a little bit of a thrum within the wall.
Hi, I'm Eb. I introduced myself to a different part of the vines earlier. I was just wondering. I'm sure being a living prison wasn't your first, big wish, and, well, I figured you might be in some pain being a place like this, and we wanted to help. We thought that maybe if we could get to the heart, we could make things better. Do you think you could help us find our way there?
Again, you don't get a super strong response, but instead of a a stone staircase appearing, a hardened vine staircase all of a sudden starts to sprout and slowly grow from the wall and leads up to the door, or the I guess the gate, the metal gate up above to where that gets you into the walkways.
Ebba like pets the vine with a huge smile and is just like, "Thank you." Alrighty, it's jungle gym time.
Aldous is gonna like maybe with a little bit too much force from excitement, like go like bam on the back to Ebb and is like, well done.
Ebb falls into the vines.
There's a lot of poison ivy and a lot of prickers.
Oh dear.
Oh, ouch! Oh, ow! Ugh, briars.
Sorry about that. I forget how small you are.
What? I'm fucking huge. Ebb attempts to climb the steps, but they're too tall. Yeah, it's don't worry, I got this.
You're huge.
One arm up. One arm up. Legs like kicking.
Huge in spirit.
Huge in spirit.
That you are. I don't think if anyone ever tries to take that away from you, they are wrong.
Yeah, what monster
Right.
would do that?
Who would ever do that?
Yeah. So I guess you guys make it up as you all use the stairs that have formed.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You are able to make your way up, and you get to the locked gate. That is, you could also try and lockpick this if you wanted. It's got a bit of a little keyhole for you to use.
I go for it. I go to lockpick.
DC 20 as well.
Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Nat 20, so 28.
Damn, shit.
Uh,
Wait, you didn't roll that with advantage, right?
No, but I added Dex and
Yeah, okay, good. Just making sure. So then, yeah, it swings open smoothly, easily, no damage to the lock, and it looks like it will lock in place behind you perfectly with no sign that you've been there.
You're very good at that.
let's talk about natural talent.
yes, I am quite the thief. Or I was.
You can still be a thief. No one's
Is
gonna.
that a sore spot? I'm very sorry.
No, I'm still a thief. Still a thief. Once a thief, always a thief.
That reminds me, I've forgotten all the commotion. If everything fails right now, I also have secured a legal way to maybe get you out of prison, Ebb.
Oh. Well, thanks, but
Great.
legal is so much less fun.
Yeah, but what? Huh? That's just not. Listen. Only break dumb laws. Only break laws that do not help the people they are made for. Like, if this is a very
Yeah,
complicated
like,
concept, I'm
don't
not going to
turn on
talk right now.
Or
No, don't.
go right on red, or like stop for people in crosswalks, or
That's
don't
not.
steal.
No, I mean, like, don't follow laws that are like enforce a corrupt noble's demands, but follow laws that are like don't kill innocent people. Don't kill people in general is my general rule. But
Ebb holds up her bracelet.
well,
You're
I mean,
late for that, buddy.
obviously those were extenuating circumstances. I refuse to believe someone as kind and clever as you would purposely kill people. Like, without some force coercing you into it. Walk off.
Let's keep walking.
Oh boy.
No,
hold on.
trickery therapy for me.
Here, I need to go to the bathroom real quick, and I'll be right back.
Sorry, did you just say trickery therapy?
No trickery therapy.
I don't
Not
think that's
again.
therapy. I don't think you can generally trick
Not
people into
again.
therapy.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
They've already tried once.
There's
Right.
some
Pretty
pretty pioneering psychology professors with my university.
I feel like
No,
therapy
like,
is based intrinsically on trust. Now, I'm not a therapist myself, but
No, don't worry. There are methods. There are methods. There's this
Now-
whole thing. There's this whole thing that one of my colleagues has been pioneering. That's sort of like a surprise walk-in therapy session. It's he basically catches random passersby and pulls them into a study and tries to, get them to do a surprise therapy session. It's quite interesting. He's written 3 or 4 papers on it. He's also got
I feel like that would make someone very defensive right off the bat. You should
Well,
send me those
incidentally-
papers. I'd love to read them.
Oh, I'll send them your way.
I'm always
incidentally.
looking for advancements in the field of medicine. So
Oh, well, I'll send them your way. Now, I should mention that the man does have 3 or 4 restraining orders against him. But I think that could be unrelated.
For some reason, this sounds so familiar to Eb, but she can't quite place why.
Can't quite figure it out. Yeah. Yeah. It's science. It's what it is. It's innovative. It's new.
Right, she can't figure it out because it happened to Dr. Sir, not to Eb.
the esteemed Dr. Sir.
Different people.
The most esteemed Dr. Sir.
All things considered, though, Eb, that bracelet on your arm has about as much weight as I don't even a balloon.
I hide
It's
in
nothing.
Jens's cloak.
Yeah, you can't therapize if you really can't. You really can't. My rule of thumb is don't kill unless
All right, I'm back.
you are trying to be killed or someone is trying to kill you.
That's a fair rule. I'm not going to argue that, but personally, I've written enough of the chapters of my life in blood, and I'm done doing that.
Eb pops out of the cloak. This is getting so real, guys.
Well,
I'm back, but let me write something real You can still talk, yeah. Sorry, just say I'm back.
Oh well, I mean, we are in therapy prison, to be fair, so it was bound to happen at some point.
I would not classify this as therapy prison. I don't think rehabilitation is their main goal here.
It. That's why they brought us here. More trickery.
Yeah, more trickery. We really ought to get out of here.
This is a very unhealthy view of therapy.
No, it's not.
I have a healthy view of it. I want to keep it a healthy distance away from me.
Self-reflection is not important.
Well, you guys are kind of walking along as you do this. Aldris, you're going to need to lead them to where you were last, because that seems to be the best way to get past where the vines were kind of more sentient.
Yeah.
So
this is the crossroads where I was pulled into the bagel room. No, the room above the hallway where the person spilled their everything bagel. It was everything.
Above the everything?
No, it was above the hallway we were just in, actually.
And that's what everything was?
And that's where I learned that Ricky's life is in danger, probably, considering the evidence you've brought me. And that your girlfriend is probably
Not my
a
girlfriend.
problem.
She's
Your girl who is a friend.
No. Can't believe I ever thought she was cool. She's a lying snake in the grass. And I spit on her grave.
She's not dead yet.
That's just rude.
She
You
will.
should respect the dead, even if they're awful in life. Everyone goes to the same place, sort of.
Oh, I don't want to go wherever she's going.
Well, everyone goes into the ground unless they don't.
Well, then I won't.
Okay.
I walked over to Jens. Aldrich is bumming me out.
Well, we can unbum you out by I guess murdering people who have bummed you out.
Wait, what?
That's a lighthearted joke. Now let's.
You can't just murder people who make you feel bad. That's completely unhealthy.
Says who? Therapy?
Says like every single book on the subject. Says says experience of life. Says common sense.
I don't think you should visit my people's swamps anytime soon. I don't think you get along very well with them.
Well, even if I don't get along with them, I wouldn't kill them.
Yeah, but like, what if they were a dick?
I feel ASMR snark. Oh.
Oh my gosh! All right, Aldrich, roll me.
Up the stairs yet?
You've been up the stairs for like 20 minutes.
I thought we were walking up the stairs.
Aldrich just said that's where the everything bagel fell. Where you guys are already in the back chambers, basically. Aldrich, roll me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Please.
This means guards.
Does it?
14.
You see what looks to be a skinny person running away with a box and a cloak. They're very far away down the hallway.
Skinny person with a box and a cloak.
They're wearing like what looks to be kind of like a blue cloak, and they're carrying a box.
Okay, give me a sec to look up something.
How far away, Sean?
Yeah, how far away?
100 feet.
100 feet?
Them?
I'm gonna wait until they're 10 feet closer.
Oh, they're running away from you. They're
running away?
Should I catch them?
I mean, they might have seen us. I'll run after them.
I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself, which allows me to dash normally.
For how long?
10 minutes.
Darwin.
Yeah.
I will remind you that there's a bunch of guard. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I can take a dash action as a bonus action.
Okay. You can start chasing after them if you would like. I will say that Aldrich, they don't seem to be paying attention to you for the most part. They're carrying a box and they're running, but you haven't seen them look directly at you. If you do start dashing down the hallway, I will give you a warning that this is still a place where there's a lot of guards around.
There are guards. Okay, maybe.
Okay. Eb, you're the one in charge of this operation. Some weird small thing, skinny thing with a blue cloak and a box just ran away from us. What do we do?
Can I ask Rocco if he can sense anything about the box?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll make an insight check for Rocco. I'm going to say that nobody but Aldrich really was paying well enough attention that they were able to get a good look at it, though, is what I'll say. So yeah. Rocco will be doing an insight check with disadvantage. Yeah, he did not roll well. Rocco's going to say, well, I mean, it maybe looked like one of those boxes we had down in evidence or storage or whatever it was called. It kind of looked like one of those, maybe.
I just feel like anyone stealing evidence can't have any good plans. Completely oblivious.
I mean, we just Stole a bunch of evidence.
Yeah, but that's different.
Yes.
What
You're
if
right.
we just ignore that guy and keep doing our thing?
Yeah, I say we ignore him.
Okay. I'll follow your lead on this one.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
They have some incredibly dangerous artifact that was kept in lockup for a reason, and are using it to spring a more dangerous prisoner out.
Ab's already moving.
Best not to linger on it. We're gonna be gone soon anyway.
You are able to get through the door. There's surprisingly, the vines have already cleaned up all of the everything bagel topping. There was a lot here, so it is quite impressive that they were able to clean it all up and this quickly. And you get to the room with the event where you were able to see the exchange happen earlier, Aldris. And as you get in there, the vines are, moving with energy. They're kind of like writhing and moving along. They feel stronger here. Eb, you feel your necklace start to glow.
Oh, dope, dope, dope. I grab it.
All right. As you do, in front of you, a door outlines itself in green energy, with a circle of thorns at the center of it, as you are kind of looking at.
I go up to the glowy door. Always the glowy door. And I put my hand on where the
You feel it kind of glow and pulsate with power, and you hear in your mind, as there's kind of energy that swirls around you, sit there.
Hello. I'm sorry we're so late. We came to help. It's Eb. I came with Aldris and Jens. And we thought you might need assistance.
I do not know these names, but you come with kindness. You may enter.
Eb bows her head and opens the door.
The door, as you put your hand on it to open it, the vines start growing in and out of the glowing etchings and kind of start to sort of like a sewing machine, interweave themselves and slowly crack it and replace the door until there's nothing left, and then it parts, kind of leaving a perfect outline of where it was, completely smooth where the rock met the vines for a bit, and now it's open, and a cool, still air rushes out to meet you guys and blows past all of your heads and billows whoever has a cape or anything loose, and then it's still again.
Good signs. Good signs.
Shall we head in?
Let's go.
Yes.
Resisting the urge to say into the unknown.
You guys make
This
it
is
in.
very woods-like, and we're going into it.
What?
Into the
Dude.
woods.
I
Can't say anymore. We'll get caught.
Oh my god. You don't watch musicals?
I don't know any of the songs.
Which musical is this? I don't know what you're
It's
talking about.
Into the Woods.
Is that a musical? I'm actually
Yes.
surprised. I know a decent amount of musicals. I'm surprised. I didn't know that one. Well, okay. So you guys enter, and there is a large staircase leading down, with more vines on the walls. These look kind of more jungly with moss on them. greener, more lifelike. As a kind of darkness follows it down, and it seems to get a little colder as you descend.
Okay. Well, that's okay. It's a little cold.
Yeah, a little frosty, but
I have nothing to help with the cold, unfortunately. Actually, no, I'm not going to make you guys do drugs.
Drugs?
Well, I have, like, on my back, tinctures, herbs, mysterious fluids. Well, they're not mysterious. They're basically just minor painkillers, but it's more fun to call them mysterious fluids. But
yes.
I'm not gonna risk that right now. I'd rather have all my faculties about me, just in case.
Eb was pulling the paprika out of her bag. She slowly puts it back in. Right. Smarts. Keep your facilities about you.
Yes.
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 The heart is just like, why these?
Why did I let these people in? The vines all immediately smack you on the back of the head.
The vines explode us.
The vines form the word yes.
Mr. Vines, take these people to the exploding room and explode them immediately.
Mr. Electric, take him to the principal's office immediately and have him expelled!
All right. So you guys get down, and all of a sudden, you dip into this wide cavern that has a bit of light coming through some vines and giant holes and sinkholes in the rock above, with still pools of water that seem to come from just the rain and ocean water dripping in. And there's a bunch of beams and cracks of light going down, and it's this mossy area that all of a sudden starts to warm up completely from where you were. It's into the fact it's almost muggy now. It's muggy now, and it's almost tropical in its environment. There's flowers on the vines now as well, and there's just this large cavern that seems like it would take up a big chunk of the island. That you can look pretty far, in any direction, and there's just this wildlife that's beautiful and still right now and calm. There's animals around, fish. Some birds. You can see a few what look to be like type of squirrels, almost. Just living and staying peaceful in this area.
What a
Wow.
beautiful sanctum.
This is a lot nicer than everything else on this awful island.
Can I go over and smell one of the flowers?
Sure.
Con save. Poisoned.
Gosh, you immediately explode. No. You smell one of the flowers. It doesn't look to be any species that you're familiar with, but it just reminds you of a very nostalgic scent of summers of youth and sweet dew and pollen, like honeysuckles almost. They kind of remind you of that. That's the closest flower they look like. And you can see that there's a bee that comes down and pollinates itself and dips into the fresh water. There's a few birds that will chase the bees, or a few a bit of the sweet water will drip from them, and you can smell that it's got a high sugar content. It just reminds you of a dessert almost, like a soda at Jester Juice, and it just seems almost like you're smelling somebody's memories.
Interesting. I will refrain from picking anything. I'd like to leave this as pristine as I possibly can.
You do. Everybody roll me a perception check real quick.
26.
15.
10.
So what was it? 6, 10, and 15?
26.
26, okay. Or not Aldris. As Aldris is smelling that flower, Ebb and Jens, you see a bit of fog or mugginess, whatever you want to call it, moves aside, and you can see carved into the face of the rock is a giant kind of face, or sorry, not face. What's the word? Not epitaph. Basically, it's similar to what a church would look like at first. Carved into it, the stone of the
Cathedral?
It's cathedral like. It's got three parts to it, not towers, but I'm just trying to remember what the word is, just for like the outside of a building that's been carved.
The facade?
The facade, thank you. It's got this beautiful facade with some pillars built into the stone.
What type of pillars?
Roman column-esque.
What type of columns?
Waffle, like the ridged kind, like a potato chip.
Oh, okay.
Is that a sign? Is that a technical term? Did I get it right?
Yes, the waffle column.
Thank you.
Most prestigious.
Raffles, I think. The raffle. You're able to see that, and it's just kind of, it looks normal, like a normal cathedral size that you've seen in the past, but as you realize how far away it is, yes, that's a good reference. Thank you. You can put that in character references too. Into it, and it's just staring, but it's gray compared to that one. It's made of the gray stone of the island, and it is just staring at you kind of from a distance. And you realize as you kind of walk toward it, it is huge.
Holy. Whoa. Jens, does this match any? You know old stuff?
I do. Actually, do I recognize this, Sean? Is it any architecture I've seen before?
It's slightly unique. I will say that that it is, for the most part, how to put this? It is Rhodian inspired, but it follows some inspiration from the Anat Empire in southeast Antanya, somewhat near the Temple of Old Agassiz, but you can tell that at least from your memory that this resembles some of the artistic representations of the Rhodian queen, from just certain artwork from the early modern period, or the current period, early current period.
Right. I think this could be what we're looking for. This could be I've never seen anything quite like it before, but it does look like it is depicting a Rhodian queen.
Okay. That seems good. And it seems old
Yeah.
enough to be that?
It's quite old. Yes. I would be surprised if this wasn't what we were looking for.
Okay. Whew. Aldrich, what do you think?
Oh my god. Clearly some sort of place of worship or high import. I'm not the archaeologist, so I would go with whatever Jens is saying, but
Some sort of.
such a significant place is likely where the heart is kept, especially if the vines are leading us here.
I think so too.
Okay.
We eventually found what we're looking for.
Are we ready then?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Ebb walks up to go into the temple.
Jens follows close behind.
Yep,
You
I'll
walk
walk in.
in the muggy heat for about a quarter of a mile. It takes you to get over to the temple. You splash in some of the puddles, and you hear the buzz of some of the insects around, the cawing of the birds, and the enormity of this thing kind of dwarfs you or just kind of presses on you a bit, being so confined that you're in this open space for once in a while, for the first time in a while. And as you get in, the doors are open. There's no gate, no wooden doors left. Everything's rotted away except for the stone. And as you get closer, you notice that there are a bunch of vines leading out of the, I guess for lack of a better term, the cathedral facade, that seem to be coiling and leading into it like circuits on a machine or blood vessels to the heart.
Wow. This
Wow, indeed.
this has to be it.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Quite something.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Indubitably, I concur. You guys get inside and you see a massive amount of hanging vines, just greener and covered in moss, more, I guess, imbued with life, if not lazy and less active than the ones you've currently seen. These ones have things growing on them like flowers of different colors, mainly white. A few birds and whatnot here and there, and moss and other lichen-esque things growing on them. And you see them all lead to a giant throne, where on it sits a massive, well, I guess a skeleton in a large armor with a large crown on it that makes its skeleton's frame and figure look bigger than it actually is.
Hello?
Dope. Ebb goes up and kneels in front of the big skeleton warrior.
You kneel in front of it.
Oh yeah, Ebb definitely kneels.
Interesting. I guess give me a Arcana check.
Welp, here we go. 19.
Oh, okay. You feel the necklace start to glow around your neck as you kneel in front of this figure, and there's a solid rush of energy around you, whipping like a furious wind that starts to coalesce inside the armor as it rattles and shakes. It doesn't move too much because as you get closer, you see that the vines are going into the skeleton and interweaving with its bone. And it starts to sit up, animated by the vines. And you can see that on its head is a crown of thorns, woven like a branch, a couple of branches, as it is the stiffer vine. And it looks at you all and it says, "Who is here to see me? Who has disturbed the heart?"
I am Ebb from Rhodia, and I come with the necromancer Aldris and the historian Jens.
I prefer doctor to necromancer, but okay.
Greetings.
Doctor.
The skeleton looks around and sees the state everything is in. It looks at its hands, and looks back at all of you. Says, "Ah, yes, you were the ones who opened the door finally. Um, I am the heart you are looking for, and I can tell that you come in peace. Um, I am the Thorn Queen of Rhodia. I fell in battle many years ago, and I have been guarding this place for many, many years. I don't know how many any longer."
Are you all right? Do you want to stop guarding this place?
You were kind to ask, Scholar, but the question is a bit more complicated than that, or the answer, I should say. It would be better if I answered your question with a question of my own. What do you seek coming to me now?
Well, we wanted to get out, and we also didn't want to, well, leave you here to suffer along if that's indeed what's happening.
We heard about, everyone who comes to Scarthorn hears about the legend. But it just seemed like out of everyone there, you definitely got the worst draw. And if we were going to try and get out, it seemed only fair to try and help you first.
Scarthorn, that's what they're calling it now, huh? I guess that's appropriate. She looks at you, Eb, and studies you for a moment with her skeletal, sunken eyes. Studies what you say. She looks at your pendant and says, "I see you're a Karenite. I guess that would also explain why I have such ease manifesting right now."
Oh.
Perhaps there is some things we could discuss if you truly mean what you say. It has been enough years, and maybe it is time for my duty to end. As she says this, there is a large sound of something cracking and breaking, and the sound of falling rubble outside. And you see that she immediately snaps to and looks just like, "Someone has broken the inner sanctum."
To hear? To you?
Something. You can see that she starts to raise herself using the tendrils of the vines and starts to move outside.
Jens is gonna. I'm gonna take up my mace and head to the door.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, Eb also reaches for a weapon.
You guys go outside and you see a horde of colorful entities fast approaching you. And at the front is a purple-robed, I guess now on spider-ish skeleton legs approaching you. All saying, "It's time for the big night." And Nikolaius starts to approach you, looking directly at the Thorn Queen, saying, "Ah, lovely, you've already briefed her. Then I guess it is time that we prepare her for a final role and welcome her into our coterie of, I guess you could say, actors and actresses here."
Okay, we need to get you out of here now. How did he? Okay.
The box. There was something in the scrolls.
Oh,
There
we
couldn't
checked
have
them.
been. I checked those thoroughly for any form of magic.
Either way, it doesn't matter now. We've got to go.
Well, we can't just leave. We have to stand against him.
Oh no, you can't go anywhere. We've got dress rehearsal. Places, everyone, and you're all gonna roll initiative.
Ah, 6.
15.
16.
Remember those, because that's where we're gonna end off tonight. Yay!
Motherfucker.